to my channel. As y'all can tell by the title, this is a story time. And this story time is going to be about my first fight. I did this video before, but it won't load, so for me to edit, you're remaking it. So let's get into it. Also, if y'all hear something in the background, I'm washing clothes. I came up with 2 fake names, so I'm not going to use their real names because, yeah, Jazz and Sky. Before I get into the story, I won't put out there, I'm not trying to bash nobody. I'm just telling my side of the story or what I remember. This was like in 5th grade. Me and the girl, we are cool. Like, we're not friends. We don't hang, but she's cool. You know, no beef, none of that. She's doing good in life. Like, she's doing her shit. Like, no, it's no hate. Jazz and Sky, they was friends. Well, they started off friends, they cousins or something. I don't really care, but yeah. Friends, oh well. And back in my school, we used to have this thing called field day. So field day is where it's just a fun day for all the kids. Like, you go outside and you just have a good time. They even had a hayride for us. Maybe we just country because it is Louisiana, but different games, that little egg walking game, like different games you can do. Like, it was a fun day. Before we get into like the shindig, let me tell y'all what type of person I was back then and like now kind of ish. Then at school, I was a goody tissues, however you say it. I was the good girl. Like, I was not getting in trouble. I ain't like drama. I still don't like drama. I'm a laid back girl. Like, you will not catch me enough for real. I don't really fall out with people either. Like, I'm genuine. If I fell out with you or we not cool like we used to be or whatever, it's your fault. So it's field day, y'all, and so at my school we had these little benches. Like, I was describing it way wrong, so let's go ahead and skip this part. Put a picture up here, but you park a car on them, really, but instead of a car being on it, of course, they had benches for us to sit in. Right in front of us was the playground. So y'all, I remember this day. I'm playing on the little playground. I done taught myself how to do monkey balls. I'm not thinking I'm finna fight on the day I just learned how to do monkey balls after I was trying for months and years. Like, but I did. Anyways, I remember on the slide with my best friend at the time or whatever. Why I say it like that? Like, we not cool still. Like, we not best friends. Anyways, we having the time of our little lives or whatever. I go chill. I go sit at the little benches or whatever. It's this boy, I'm gonna call him Jay, and I'm gonna call the other one Dre. Jay, Dre, and Daryl. 3 boys in this story, but they're really not really in this story, but they're gonna be in this story because I remember them having a dialogue in the story. I'm tired, whatever. So I go by sitting on the benches or whatever. Mind you, Sky and Jazz, they over there too, but I'm standing like next to them. I'm on the thing when I posted this thing right here. It's like some little poles, so I'm like standing right there on the pole holding it, and Jazz is holding the pole too. Like, we both like next to each other talking to the people. I remember just talking to them. We laughing, everybody laughing. It's not even just them on that bench. Like, it's heck of people. It's probably about a good 10, 15 people over there. Like, it was the whole class just about. Like, the only reason I remember them because I remember seeing their faces before when I came back to rest and talk to them for a little bit, went back to play. And then when I came back and then the fight happened. My little breath and I'm like ready to go play again. I say my real friend name. I still talk to her. She wasn't mine. Me and Angie go play. Like, me and Angie on the slides and stuff again. We go do activities again. Like, cause like we had a full day. Like, we had a full day to be out there. Like, I shot the day even had field day because it rained the day before. Or 2 days before, so it was still wet, and it was like cold kind of, so it wasn't drying up. Remember that for the long run. So the day before field day, or 2 days before field day, my mama had just did me some braids, and back then my mama didn't know how to do tight ass braids. Like, they would be tight to a certain extent, but they can easily out your head. Like, you pull them hoes, well, a good little grip, they coming out like some snakes. Like, Angie go get some water out the building, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be at the benches, I'm gonna go sit down. But I couldn't sit down because all the benches was still full, obviously. So I just stood there by Jazz again. Okay. Laughing like they clowning and stuff. Free Hootie. free Hootie. But to them whatever, and Sky looked at me like Buck and was like, "Why you just pull my hair?" I'm looking at her like, "Who pulled your hair?" Like I'm holding a pole, sitting here talking. This is right next to me. If anybody put your hair, it could be your friend. Closer to you than I am. If I pulled your hair, when I don't want my hair pulled, and you still pull my hair, and you weren't sure who pulled your hair, that's fine. So we fighting or whatever. Nobody break it up right now. Like we just fighting. Like I don't even know how we end up fighting, but we end up falling to the ground. I remember we on the ground. We rolling. I remember punching her. I remember. I don't care what nobody say. I was punching her. I was punching her back, whatever. I was punching her. I remember. For sure. For a shit show. I remember. All she did was pull my hair the whole time. And she was giggling. Like, while we was fighting, she giggling. Like, I'm thinking, like, you, what's funny, bitch? I'm mad. Like, I'm mad as fuck. You testing me. Like, I'm gonna do this, and you got me doing this. Like, I'm gonna fight, and you got me fighting. You giggling while we fighting? I wouldn't be giggling if I was fighting. Especially if I'm getting beat up. Punching her, I'm punching her. She's not hitting me. She probably hit me probably like 2 times. Other than that, she was pulling my braids. Like, literally pulling my braids. Like I said, it was muddy. So my job, so I think I was trying to like pull her, like drag her, like back down. I think we was on our knees or some shit, like trying to get up. I don't know what I was doing. I'm holding her a certain way. How I was trying to pull her, y'all. It was the pole right here that we was like I was standing there. The pole was right here. So me pulling her, my head literally hit the pole. I was looking up and I see Daryl. And Daryl was like, that hurt. I know it hurted. And I was like, I started back hitting her. Like eventually afterwards, fine, like we just boom, 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 you know, on the fucking ground. The girls break it up or whatever. And I remember getting up off the ground and I'm still mad because I still want my one. Cause I'm like, bitch. I'm like, you ain't never. So I remember trying to spit on her. Like I spit, but it didn't. That's the most disrespectful shit I could ever do. At her, but it missed her. And I was like arguing with her, like, you know. Then the teacher, she come down there, she's like, Aaliyah, are y'all fighting? You think I'm muddy, wet, and dirty, braids that not forming on my forehead, and I ain't fight, and we weren't fighting? Like, I ain't get this not for nothing. To the office or whatever. So Jay, he's in the office already because he was like a bad shit. I feel he in jail right now. I'm in. And mind you, I had the ice because mind you, I hit the post, so I had the ice. So really and truly, it only looked like she probably beat my ass because of the knot, but really I did that shit myself. Because I'm trying to beat your ass so bad that I hurt myself. But you didn't do that. I did that. But then he was like, y'all just got him fighting. Like, he questioning us. She was like, yeah. And I was like, yep. He was like, who won? And Sky gonna say me. Sky gonna say me. Won what? The most giggles throughout the fight? Like, telling him that. And I was like, no, she did not. Like, I was like, no, she didn't. Like, no, she didn't. Principal at the time, whatever. She called us back in the room. Why y'all fighting? Ain't y'all friends? Back then, we was like, yeah, like, you know, we young, so we like, yeah, but I'm like, this not my friend. I liked her for years after that. Like, I was like, no, like, I didn't like her. As we got older, I was like, that's old shit. Like, we're too old. I'm too old to be just like, oh, in 5th grade, you did this, so I don't fuck with you, or we fought, so I can't fuck with you. If we fought now, oh, yo, that's dead. Like, we had to go to ISS. I don't know if y'all got ISS, or whatever, I know what that means, in school suspension, whatever. So we got suspended. It was just a lot. Like this gonna be my little record, and I'm not that type of girl. I never had got suspended. I never had got a referral. I never had to go to ISS. Like, and to this day, like, you fucked it up. But after that, I got right back on track. Like, I was back a good, you know, I was back, you know, me. Field day is still not over. Anyways, okay, so she give us our little suspension paper. We finna go home. You finna have us call our mama, like, come get us, like, we suspended. Like, oh, you gonna stay the rest of the day? But we gonna put y'all on the fence in the heat. It was me, Sky, and Hootie. Hootie been on the fence. And I don't know what for, but he was on the fence. And I remember me and Sky had to get on there because, you know, we fought. So Somehow him and Sky got into it while we were on the fence. They got into it bad. Like, I thought they was gonna fight. Like, we weren't even probably talking on the fence. Like, we looking at everybody else play. Like, I was just having a good time. Now I gotta watch everybody else play. I don't know what was said. Like, I don't know. But he said something out the way, and he was like, this is when I knew I wanted to fight. Like, this is when I knew I did my Diddy. He was like, you just mad because Leah beat your stuff like that. But everybody, like, all the people, other people that was asking me was I good because I had the Lanai or whatever. First fight, I know I was all over the freaking place. Personally, I feel like I won. Once again, I'm not bashing nobody. I'm not coming at her. I'm not doing nothing. Don't do too much because yeah, don't do too much video that I'm just posting just to have content for real. That's the only reason I need this video, for content, you know. Thank y'all for watching my video. Like, comment, and subscribe. But I'm not a good story time teller, as y'all can see, because I kept going. Yeah, skip to the video. As long as you watch a good 30 seconds to a minute. Stay tuned for my next video.
No makeup, no inches, no lipo. And I know that you